The days following the interview were surprisingly busy for Jenny and Sumit. Neither of them expected the conversation to receive so much attention. Messages from viewers began arriving from different parts of the world. Many people appreciated their thoughts about friendship, patience, and understanding. One morning, Jenny sat at the dining table, reading comments on her phone. "Sumit, look at this," she said. Sumit walked over with a cup of tea. "What does it say?" Jenny smiled. "This person wrote that our story encouraged them to stay hopeful during a difficult time." Sumit read the message carefully. "That's really nice." "There are many messages like this," Jenny replied. For the next hour, they continued reading comments together. Some people shared personal stories about challenges they had overcome. Others thanked them for reminding viewers that strong relationships are built through everyday effort. As the week continued, the television network invited Jenny and Sumit to participate in a special fan event. The event would allow supporters to ask questions and hear more about their experiences. When the invitation arrived, Jenny looked excited. "This could be fun." Sumit nodded. "I think it will be a great opportunity to meet people." A few days later, they traveled to the venue where the event would take place. The hall was beautifully decorated, and a large audience had already gathered. The host welcomed everyone warmly. "Today we are joined by two people whose journey has inspired viewers around the world." The crowd applauded as Jenny and Sumit walked onto the stage. After taking their seats, they began answering questions submitted by fans. The first question came from a young woman sitting near the front. "What helped you stay positive during difficult times?" Jenny smiled. "I learned that every challenge eventually passes. When life becomes difficult, I try to focus on what I can control rather than what I cannot." The audience nodded. Then another fan asked Sumit a question. "What is the most important lesson you have learned?" Sumit thought carefully before answering. "I learned that honesty is essential. When people communicate openly, they understand each other much better." The audience applauded again. As the event continued, the atmosphere became warm and friendly. People were not only interested in their television journey, but also in the life lessons they had gained along the way. During a short break, Jenny and Sumit stepped backstage. "That's a lot of questions," Jenny said with a laugh. Sumit smiled. "It shows people care." A few minutes later, the host approached them. "There's one final segment," she explained. "We want to ask you both a special question." Jenny looked curious. "What question?" "You'll see." When they returned to the stage, the audience grew quiet. The host smiled. "We often hear about challenges and achievements, but today, we want to know what brings joy to your daily life." Jenny immediately smiled. "That's easy." The audience laughed. "What is it?" the host asked. Jenny looked at Sumit. "The small moments." Sumit nodded. "She's right." Jenny continued. "Morning conversations, sharing meals, watching movies, taking walks. Those moments are often more meaningful than major events." The audience listened carefully. Sumit added his thoughts. "Many people spend their lives waiting for perfect moments, but happiness usually appears in ordinary days." The hall filled with applause. As the event came to an end, everyone stood to thank them for sharing their experiences. Afterward, several fans approached them for photographs and brief conversations. One older gentleman smiled warmly. "I've watched your story for years," he said. "Thank you for showing that patience matters." Jenny thanked him. Another fan said their journey had inspired her to work harder on communication with her family. These conversations touched both Jenny and Sumit deeply. On the drive home, they reflected on everything they had heard. "It feels good knowing our story helped someone," Jenny said. "It does," Sumit agreed. When they arrived home, the evening sky was turning orange. Jenny prepared dinner while Sumit organized some of the souvenirs they had received from fans. After eating, they sat outside again. The peaceful atmosphere reminded them of the night after their television interview. "Life feels different now," Jenny said. "How so?" "I think I appreciate things more." Sumit smiled. That's a good feeling. Jenny looked toward the stars beginning to appear overhead. Years ago, I worried about every obstacle. Now I realize that many challenges helped us grow. Sumit